Hello, it's me again, and I said I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. First of all, as you can clearly see, I have a new microphone because it's actually in shot this time. Normally I have my shotgun microphone, which I use for work, over the top of my head, pointing down. That's a bit of a pain in the ass to set up, to be honest, and kind of fiddly because I don't have like the proper attachments. So now I have this. I've already forgotten what type of microphone it is because that's how good I am at my work. I don't know things. But I have this on an arm, on a springed arm that can stay attached to my desk now. My intention is to keep this attached to my desk. I don't have to keep getting my gear in and out. I can just have this microphone attached to the desk, pop it out, and do my recording here. Yes, I could just use the camera microphone, whatever. I don't want to do that. It would annoy me to have bad sound in these videos. So here we are. Now I've got this. I bet you can hear the squeaking because my phone's right up next to me. So chair squeaking aside, yeah, I've got this now. Now this is set up, so it's just ready to go. And if I can keep the camera in this position, which I should be able to, everything will just be ready to just boom. I can just record. It won't necessarily mean that I'll record more because I'm fairly useless at recording these. But yeah, no, it makes life slightly simpler, and I can do more things more easily with this setup. Yeah, so I got this microphone for my birthday. Got some other things. I got some games, obviously, and I got the Colombo box set. It's very awesome. It's not even opened yet, but it will be. Definitely, and I'll probably binge it at some point when I have the time. Yeah, that's really cool. That's tried to buy some shoes, but I have size 13 feet, and it's really hard to find shoes that you like because you end up having to just buy shoes that are in that size, which I didn't want to do. I wanted to actually buy some nice shoes, and I just couldn't find ones I liked in that bloody size. So my enormous clown feet have prevented me from going shoe shopping. What else I've been doing? Planning and plotting and scheming and trying to get the game polished. Still, that's an ongoing process. I keep talking about that. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere, but it is a very long, slow process of getting all the components. Once I get components printed, I will start showing them off, and then I'll have a video of some people playing the game, like a more sort of structured, well planned video. We could talk about current events, but I don't really think anything that interesting happened unless I missed it in the last week in England. I don't think anything's really going on, is it? I think just boring business as usual. Is that right? Okay, yeah, big shit hit the fan kind of in this country. It might not. It might work out in the end. I don't want to talk about it here. I talk about it all the time online. Because I was in the stay camp, and we obviously lost. And we're all very annoyed about it because we do understand that it's a bigger deal. We seem to take it more seriously than the Leave crowd did, who just want to say, "Hey, just get over it and work with us." And we're like, "No, we'd rather not see the country burn, even if you don't give a shit." But yeah, no, there's tension there, and I'm not going to get into it here, like I said. But I wasn't. I was never 100% with stay. I could see the vague merits, and I could understand that it could work. It's currently not, but it could theoretically work in the long run. But anyway, that will be a thing for a while until it until success or failure is determined. It's gonna be a thing. So maybe I'll talk about it another time, but not right now because I've had plenty of arguments online, debates, aggressive debates. Because in my previous video, we learnt that I am a bit of a jerk on the internet, so I don't feel the need to curtail my opinions and things, so or be particularly nice to people that I don't like. Yeah, I was going to continue that video, but then I kind of just didn't. I guess I had more thoughts on that. I might post them up again. I did call that part 1. I might do a part 2 at some point soon. I don't know. The lights went dark all of a sudden. I think the issue is, and one of the things that's come up is that there's been a significant increase in racially motivated attacks in this country, or just racism in general. I think it was issued a 54% increase, as reported by the police. And fine if you're in the Leave camp and you're not a racist, or you consider yourself to not be racist. That's okay. You didn't do it, but it's still your fault, and it's empowered you. The racists wanted to leave the EU. That was almost, yeah. I can't see any logical reason to not say that. The racists wanted to leave, and the racists won. You might not be one, but they still won, and you were still on their side. So these events are your fault, and they need to be addressed. And they need to be, we do need to unite against those people. But you need to take some responsibility. Some of us weren't comfortable being on the same side as those people, and you were comfortable with it, whether you consciously thought about it or not, and there needs to be some responsibility taken there. We're not accusing you of anything. We're not making, calling you horrible racists or anything like that. But you were on their side, and we were not okay with doing that. So there's a divide there, and it's a significant issue. But as I say, I don't want to talk about that sort of thing because that's just going to be very one-sided. I like to have back and forth on forums and things, so I don't want to just blurt out my very one-sided opinion because I am very extremely biased, and I'm quite far left-leaning in my mentality and my politics. So yeah, I know you're probably not going to get a very well-rounded view necessarily from me. Anyway, if this setup works, I'm probably going to invest in another one of these microphones. Then I'll have 4 microphones I can play with, and I will probably get people that I can have discussions with and things like that, and just figure out some way of expanding this idea. Whether or not I can get one of these recorded every Friday, I don't know. I will try. I will try also to keep up to date, sort of a diary-ish thing, things I'm doing in the week. I don't really do a whole lot, to be fair. Work's not that interesting at the moment, but I would try and keep something up to date. I'm currently working on an idea for an animated film, and I need to. I've put a couple of shout outs, but I need to sort of find an animator or somebody in that field to work with and to develop this idea that I have, because I want to make a few short films and then maybe move back to a web seriesy thing, probably comedy, just because it's fun to make, and then think about what the next move is in that regard, and just start making, because I've reached a more stable point in my life. I think I mentioned the last week, or the last recording, which was probably 3 weeks ago now, that I've reached a slightly more, everything, my life is kind of balanced. It took about a year, moved to London, and about a year and a bit later, year and some change, everything that sort of worked that out, sort of balanced that out. So this is a year on of me living in London, and I finally settled down, everything's sort of sorted, and I'm comfortable to say I can afford to live here at the moment. Currently, I guess everything's until taxes go up and all that bollocks. But yeah, currently I'm comfortable, so I can start thinking about my own projects, not including the game stuff. The game stuff is constantly ongoing. So yeah, that's where we are. Big issues in the country, little issues with me. Everything trundles on. Life goes on, as they say, for now anyway. And we see where we're at. I don't know how well this is going to work. I'm going to record some more stuff today. Hopefully, put out a few things over the weekend. Try and do this every Friday, because I tend to have my Fridays free now, and I will, just kind of get something, figure something out. But yeah, sorry if this was a little bit rambly. I didn't want to go delve deep into the Brexit, talking about Brexit. I just not right now anyway. Maybe let me formulate some thoughts and write some shit down if I'm gonna do that. But yeah, so if this is just another rambling this week in my shit. But thank you for watching and being patient with my incredibly terrible regularity of my output. And I will hopefully see you soon if I can get this again. Like I say, I'm going to try and get some more videos up over the weekend. And I appreciate you sticking with me, if you are sticking with me, and everything else. Find me on Twitter and Facebook and all the other nonsense, and check out all my old videos, and subscribe to this channel and whatever the hell else. All that crap that you do on YouTube. I'm gonna not kind of. I need to write that all down, because I always forget like 1 or 2 things. But yeah, no. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. The end.